Hey Scrubbers, it's Vanessa here, and today is the YouTube Hop for Tracy Reed Designs Bookish collection. This is her new collection for the month of January. And if you are a book lover, if you read a lot, if you like to do trackers, if you like to document any of your reading, this is an awesome collection. And so be sure to check the description box below, see what all the other design team members are creating. For the YouTube Hop, go check out the blog, lots of inspiration over there, and this collection will be on sale when this video is up, so be sure to grab it while it is on sale. It's a great one. I know for me, I think this is going to be my go-to collection to always use when I'm doing book layouts. I absolutely love it. I just see like so many things that I can do with this collection, and it is beautiful. The colors are great too. I really love it. Tracy knocked it out of the park with this one. For my project today, I am going to create my own tracker. Now, Tracy does have a fully complete tracker that you could literally print out and staple it together. Or you can take bits and pieces and customize it and make it your own. However you want to do it, that's what I'm going to do today. I took some of the tracker papers, not all of them, and then some of the TN pattern papers. And this book lover I'm going to use as my title as well. She has the same one in her, I think the one that she created that'll actually, you can just print it out and create the book. But I wanted to use one of my own traveler's notebook, blank traveler's notebooks that I have in my stash. I have actually, funny thing is, I read a ton, but I have never created a tracker to kind of track my reading. I just read. I don't really care about how much I read or how to track it or anything like that. But I thought when I saw this collection that it would be really fun to do this for this year. I will not use this to track every single book because as of when I'm recording this, it is the 30th of December, and according to, I do all my, I won't say all, most of my reading on my Kindle or my Kindle app on my iPad. And as of the count from that, for the month, or for the year of 2024, I have read 260 books. So let's just say this, I'm not going to be writing about every single book that I read in this tracker, but I thought I definitely could do the pages that have the books that you can color. I could color those in for each one that I read. And I thought I would create this and, you know, sort of maybe document the books that I can see myself reading again, or if I purchase them, the ones that I really love. And just might be a fun way to sort of play with pretty paper and document my reading. So that's what I'm going to do today. So what I'm going to do is show you what I am using for each page, and then I'm going to go ahead off camera, glue this all down, and then we're going to decorate it. I am keeping this, I don't want any bulk in this, so other than I'm going to add the pattern papers to a couple of pages, I have ephemera here off to the side. I'm going to add some ephemera in the first couple of pages and maybe on some of the other pages, but they're all very flat. So I don't plan on adding any sort of, I don't plan on popping anything up or adding enamel dots or anything like that. This is, I'm strictly looking for this to be flat when it's all said and done. I don't want it to be super bulky. I just really want to use it for functionality of tracking my reading. So all that to say, this is going to be my title page, or not my title page, but my cover. I'm going to add some things to it. Now, because I have rounded corners, I will be obviously rounding the corners of this, and I'm okay that there's going to be white on the edge, because I'm going to need that anyway on the inside, because that way it'll make it still be able to close. So that's going to go on my front. I have this traveler's notebook sized paper that's going to go inside. This is going to go on the front and back covers. I love the bookcase of books. I have the blue just straight solid from the collection. That's going to be my front page. I'm going to do some pretty, I'm going to do a little bit of stamping and some pretty decorative stuff on the front page here. And then to get into my book, this next page, I am going to have this, because this just goes through the whole year. So this I could definitely fill in. This is kind of fun, just filling in the little boxes. And then I really love this where I can actually color in. I can do some coloring, so I'm just going to take some colored pencils or markers or whatever I end up using, and I'm going to have this. So I'm going to have the book tracker. I think I counted, and there's like 50 books on these, so if I've counted right, I'm going to make it so that I have 300 books potentially that I can color in based on how much I read. So they're going to go right like this at the front of the book. So I think that, yeah, it's a single page. So they're going to go just like this. Make sure I don't have any more here. Yep, I do. Thought so. So they're going to go here. And one more on this side. And I think that is going to do my book tracker pages. Then I am going to take the currently reading pages, and this is where, if I plan to document on the sort of the books that I really liked, that I could see myself reading again or purchasing, or ones that I just really want to just record something about, that's what I've done, is I've created these, or taken these currently reading pages, and I've done several of those. So they're going to be the next set of pages. So I'm just going to put them in here. Now, I will tell you, I'm only going to do pages, or set up my pages to the pretty much the middle of the book. And I might go to this. I haven't decided, so I might just go to here. I want to leave a few pages undone, because at the very back, that'll be my back of my cover. Like I said before, it's the bookshelf. But I do want to add this books I've read, where I could list some of the other books that maybe I don't write anything about. But I'm thinking I may want to add a few pages of these in these back pages here. And so I don't want to fill the second half of the book, so this part, I don't want to fill this completely with these currently reading, because I want to be able to put in a couple of these. So for my video today, I'm going to go to the middle section of the book and add this to the end, leaving it open that throughout the year I can go and add a couple more of these books I've read pages, and then probably adding in a couple more of these currently reading to fill in the book, so that at the end of the year I have all the pages filled, but I've customized it for however I end up completing the end of the book. So I'm going to go ahead and do all the gluing of those down off camera, and I am just going to back the back cover with this. This is one of the other Traveler's Notebook patterns. It's just a peach with a white polka dot, so that's just going to take over the back cover. I'm not going to put anything on here. I just want it to cover it to make it pretty. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and off camera get all this glued down, and then we're just going to come back and do a little bit of pretty decorative stuff on a few of the pages to start. Okay, I got the book put together, so you can see that my pages have all been added, and like I said, I left the last little bit undone to add more to it later. So we're only going to focus on these two pages here in the front, and just add a little bit of embellishment to that. I'm not going to do the inside pages. I might later add stuff to them to make them pretty, but I don't know what I'll be writing or anything, so I don't want to add anything yet. So we're just going to focus on the first 3 pages. So to start, I did look at my ink colors, and I will tell you that this green tea color from Catherine Pooler is a great color match to the greens. I'm going to do all the stamping that I'm going to do today is going to be in this green color. I decided to not play around with doing multiple different colors. So to start, I'm going to stamp reading tracker on this sort of, kind of reminds me of a library card, I think is what the thought behind it is. So I am going to stamp reading here, and this is an Allie Edwards stamp. It's an old set, and then I am going to use some alpha stickers here from I think this is a Studio Calico, I want to say, stamp set that I'm also going to use. I'm going to use this little alpha here. And this doesn't need to be perfect, so I'm not really looking for this to be, oh, if I could even get it out of the package. I'm not looking for this to be super perfect or anything. I just want to simply write, and you know what? I'm going to do it backwards because, which, you know what, if I don't write it down, I'll end up spelling it out of place. All right. Just so I get my letters on correctly. Sorry about that. But yeah, because knowing me, I would end up putting like the E where the R needed to go. Yeah, and it would just be not ideal. So I'll need the R again. But again, I'm not looking, this is very homemade. I'm looking for it to be, you know, homemade feeling, not looking for perfection. So not too worried about. Need the K. Put this stamping too perfectly. That doesn't look right. Like, what am I doing? I'm like, I put that on backwards. That would have been even better. That would be just like me to put it on so that it stamps incorrectly. AKC. And as you can see, I'm already off. On my stamping, it's not straight. I don't even think it's evenly spaced, but you know what? That's okay. It lends to the it lends to the definitely handmade feel, so I am good with that. So there's my A. Pick up my R again. And you know, I do have a Misty, but I could have definitely done this on a Misty. That probably would have been better. But you know, who wants to pull that out? I'm lazy. This stamping mat was close at hand, so we're going with it. All right, so that is the stamping for that reading tracker. Again, definitely not perfect. Good thing I'm not aiming for that. And then I have no idea who this set of stamps are from. I don't keep the, most of the time I don't keep the, backer papers. So I'm going to put that off to the side, and then I have this little circle label. This is from the sticker set, and I did bring it in as the PNG to Silhouette studio, and I sized it larger so that I could fit this stamp in the center. Hopefully this stamp's okay. In the center, because I liked just the idea of this book belongs to kind of concept. There we go. And that's going to go on the sort of back page to the cover. And so that's going to do it for my stamping. Let me move this out of the way. Bring my book back in. So here's what we're looking at. So this stamping here, I'm looking at putting up here. And then I'm thinking, where was it? I had stuff laid out. There it is. I had stuff laid out to use for this so that you wouldn't have to see me rifling through all the ephemera just to figure out what I was doing. But I'm thinking something along the lines of this. Like I said, not creating any bulk. I'm just looking to add some decorative elements. So this is going to go on this page as my title. And then I am going to add some of the ephemera. And I do want to put that on a slant. So I'm going to add some ephemera here. A lot of this is on sticker paper. If I hadn't said that before, I did print both elements from the digital and the sticker sheet. Some of it I put on sticker paper, some of it is on just regular photo paper. Sorry, I've lost my words. So I'm going to go ahead and put another cluster up here. This one's got the powered by coffee and books. Thought that was appropriate. So I'm thinking I might add a couple more florals, but that is going to be those two pages. So basically I'm just going to lay them out. I'm going to glue them down off camera. And then I'll have still photos at the end that'll actually show these pages, the ones that I added anything to, just some photos of those at the end of the video. So I'm going to just close the book, even though obviously this is all going to move, but that's what those pages are going to look like. And then on the cover, I am just going to play with, I loved this shelf of books, and then I have a little pair of glasses, and then I have I have a couple of florals, I shouldn't say two, and then these wood veneer looking flare pieces are from the digital kit, and so I'm going to put that up there, and then I'm going to do just another little cluster up here with the Book Nerd wood veneer up here. Might cut that off the edge just to give it some movement, and that is going to go up here, I believe, or at least I'm thinking that right now. Yeah, so that is going to be my front cover. I might make this a little bit bigger so it kind of hits down here by my title. This might get moved down just ever so slightly as well. But essentially, that is what it's going to look like. Like I said, I'm not adding any other bulk, but that's going to be my completed project. Like I said, I will add some still photos at the end, just of these couple of pages that have the sort of decorative elements. And be sure to check out the hop down below. Go and check what everyone created. And with that, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.